Thursday, May 28th, from the Mason Brown Newscast 3000 virtual studio, which looks uncannily like my real-life garage, this is Mason Brown's Week in Review. Our top story? The entire front page of the Sunday New York Times was a list of names to honor the victims of the coronavirus. In its headline, the Times said that the nearly 100,000 dead was an incalculable loss. Of course, the loss is actually very calculable. It's about 100,000. On Wednesday, the death toll in the U.S. did indeed crest the 100,000 mark. So hopefully we can all agree now that it is worse than the fucking flu. A lot worse. Don't be fucking idiots. And speaking of fucking idiots, throngs of people turned out to drink at Backwater Jack's Bar and Grill during their Zero Ducks Given pool party in the Lake of the Ozarks, Missouri. Sure, this looks like a textbook super spreading event, but on the bright side, assuming the virus can't live in urine, that pool water itself should be relatively safe. Still, that is not social distancing. That guy's not 6 feet apart, he's 6 inches deep. Hey-o! Those partygoers may not catch the coronavirus, but they're gonna catch something. I don't want to say there's a lot of inbreeding in the Ozarks, but there's not a lot of diversity in that gene pool. Except for that guy. That guy is the one reason 300 Missourians can say, hey, I'm not a racist, I have a black friend. What? After weeks of campaigning from his basement, Joe Biden made an appearance to honor war dead on Memorial Day. Fox's Brit Hume promptly mask-shamed him, tweeting, "This might explain why Trump doesn't like to wear a mask in public." Ooh, burn. Well, you'd think that 100,000 dead Americans might explain why this is actually a good look for a president in the middle of a pandemic. You know, because we should all be wearing masks outside of our homes. Of course, Joe Biden, being Joe Biden, didn't have an error-free week. At the end of an interview with Charlemagne the God, Joe Biden tried to make a joke.
If you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, then you ain't black.
Full disclosure, I am not black. So I'm totally unqualified to speak about what the appropriate reaction to this comment should be. But I'm pretty sure you cannot assume that someone is voting one way just by the color of their skin. For instance, this guy's probably voting for Trump. Woo! The person who liked Biden's gaffe the most was Kamala Harris, because her odds of getting picked for the VP spot just skyrocketed. Biden was definitely going to pick Klobuchar before this. He may still, and Klobuchar may be great, but she is not black. Klobuchar is the human version of white people potato salad, and that's not going to get out black voters. And here's Wakanda's King T'Challa to explain why.
Although I have never had potato salad,
Of course.
I sense that this white woman does not season her food.
That's right.
And if she does, it is only with a tiny bit of salt.
That's exactly right. Yeah.
And no paprika.
No paprika, no.
And she will probably add something unnecessary like raisins.
I know, right?
So something tells me that I should say,
Say it!
oh, hell nah, Karen. Keep your brand-ass potato salad to yourself.
Overall, it's been an exceptionally poor week for race relations in America, as white people have been a special kind of horrible. The worst offender? Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin, who kept his knee on a helpless suspect's neck for 8 minutes until the man died. I'd show the video, but as you might guess, watching a guy slowly get killed by a policeman is super not funny. I mean, it could be the winner of America's Saddest Home Videos, which was a Bob Saget project that just never got any traction. Not even when Tom Bergeron attached himself to it. Didn't go anywhere. President Trump is threatening to pull the Republican National Convention from Charlotte if the Democratic governor of North Carolina can't guarantee the arena will be allowed to be filled. So Trump's implying that the governor might impose statewide lockdown measures just to screw with the RNC. Look, if the governor wants to hurt the Republican Party, he'll allow the convention to go on with no restrictions whatsoever. Sure, pack everybody into the place. Hell, have it in a pool if you want. A once-in-a-decade storm hit Western Australia on Monday. Had it been a 50-year storm, Bodie would have paddled out. But don't expect to catch him when he comes back in.
He's not coming back.
Iranian parkour athlete Ali Reza Japalagi and his girlfriend have been arrested over a rooftop kiss. Ooh, scandalous. And they have been charged with vulgar acts. Now, don't worry too much. They're parkour athletes. They'll definitely break out of prison. Jump from rooftop to safety. It's going to be super cool. Disney World is set to reopen in Florida on July 11th. To get ready for all the visitors, Orlando Health Hospital is retrofitting its ICU with the happiest ventilators on Earth. Yippee. In order to comply with California law, which does not allow numbers in baby names, Elon Musk and Grimes have changed their baby's name from XAE12 to XAEXII. What? When asked why they chose the name, Musk replied, "It means we're both assholes." Saturn, an alligator rumored to have once been owned by Adolf Hitler, has died of old age at the age of 84 at the Moscow Zoo. According to Trump, I'm not surprised the alligator lived so long. It came from good bloodlines. A kitten born with two faces has died just days after birth. According to a shaken veterinarian, both faces were very, very sad. A 32-year-old Long Island man has been charged with stabbing his 72-year-old father to death while his father was participating in a Zoom video conference. According to one witness, "I saw everything, but at least I didn't hear it. He hadn't figured out how to take himself off of mute." Another witness, a latecomer to the meeting, said, "The first thing I thought was, well, that's one heck of a backdrop picture. Then I realized it was a murder scene, and I was like, well, I'll stick with the Northern Lights." In other stabbing news, Utah man Ethan Hunsaker stabbed his Tinder date to death hours after meeting her. You know, if you don't think you're a match, you're meant to swipe, not stab. But look, Tinder's not for everybody. Mr. Hunsaker may have better luck on psychosonly.com. Millions of cicadas are scheduled to emerge in the U.S. after being dormant for 17 years. Of course, once they realize how fucked up 2020 is, they may decide to return to hibernation. And finally, a new segment, Staying Strong with Cardi B.
Like, I shouldn't be eating cereal. Like, I should be in a restaurant eating sushi. I'm just fucking tired. Like, why are we going through this? I don't understand it.
This has been Staying Strong with Cardi B. And that's the news. Stay safe, America. Don't stab anybody. Take it easy on the pool parties. And don't die.